Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please subscribe. But without further ado, today we're doing a review of M.T. Anderson's young adult novel, Feed. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to try to keep this video like the other ones on my channel, short, spoiler free. I'll divide it into two sections. The first half, which I talk about what I like. Second half, I talk about what I dislike. And then at the end of the video, I'll conclude with my official Bookman out of 5 stars rating. So let's get into what I liked about Feed. Also, don't forget to check out my last review I made, Authority by Jeff Vandermeer. Okay, so for what I liked about Feed, as my eventual rating for the book will say at the end of the video, there's a lot to like about Feed. Yes, it is marketed as YA, and I do think that there's elements of this that young adults, of course, will enjoy. But I think even me as a adult that is no longer young, even though I'm 20, there's a lot of themes here that take place in the book. Themes of rampant consumerism, themes of the damage that we're doing ecologically to the environment. Those are things that Anderson deals with really well. The way he shapes his world, it doesn't come off as like him browbeating you with his message. It's just something that you kind of almost come to recognize yourself instead of him just throwing it in your face. The world building in this book is also pretty exceptional. There's like ads at the end of the chapters that the characters have because they all have feeds, which is a microchip in your brain that like gives you, if you know what the Google Vision is that they just came out with, similar to that. And so, the idea of advertisements pretty popular in the book. So at the end of every chapter, you get these little ads and they'll reveal things about the world. And you also get little tidbits from the news. They'll also reveal to you just the sort of situation that the kids, because the cast is primarily teenagers, what they're really living through and what they're really going through. Also, not to give any spoilers away, but there's a character in this book that is was widely hated by my class when we talked about this for my English methods course. But I loved his character, not him, but the character itself and how it really does, how his arc completes. I feel like it's just like he's the perfect character to sum up what this book is trying to say, and how I felt after the book. And so his arc, there's a couple character arcs that were really satisfying at the end to see fulfilled. Not necessarily satisfying, but they left me feeling something. I didn't feel like I was like cheated necessarily. Okay, so things that I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of in this book is the style of writing. You're not going to get the flowery prose that you see in other books, or the scripted details of the setting and surroundings, because this character is told from the point of view of like a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old kid, which also means that he uses the word like a lot in his sentences, and they use a lingo that is hard to can sort of be jarring at times and kind of kill the flow of the scenes. So that was something I wasn't the biggest fan of. I understand why he did it, of course, because it was him trying to portray that this character is a younger character who, it has been tainted by his system that he is, which may have affected, his intelligence level or in the way in which he speaks. But so it's sort of personal opinion. I just didn't like that aspect of the book. That is really the only complaint that I have with this book. So if that says anything about how I feel about it. So yeah, let's get into the official Bookman review or rating. Okay, so my official Bookman 445 rating of Feed by M.T. Anderson will have to be a 4.46 out of 5. And yes, I would recommend this book. It's sci-fi. If you're into that genre, I would recommend it. Just to the general reader, I would recommend to read this book. If you're a fan of like the more dense writing styles, the more complex, maybe not. But even then, I mean, I would definitely recommend this book. Good read. It's not too long. I think it's like 230 pages. So yeah, 4.46 is my official rating of Feed. Thank you all for watching, and new review should be up soon.